Hey guys, it's Sam. This is a movie talk for X-Men or the Wolverine. It was a really good and long movie. Yeah. I think it's like 2 hours. I got it out around 3. Sorry, my lips are really dry today. So, the beginning was really whacked out. It's kind of like it's in World War II. It's kind of like, it's right when the atomic bomb's about to go off. So it's kind of like this one guy I'll tell that, who Wolverine saves. I think it's one of the wardens. So it's like he's going around freeing the prisoners, and then he sees Wolverine. And it's kind of like he opens the thing. It's that Wolverine's not in cell or in an animated area. He's in this really weird tank looking prison, or it's a hole. And so it's kind of like the guy tries to free him. He says go, but Wolverine just stays down there. So then the guy looks over and see the remaining wardens about to kill themselves. The traditional way to use a sword. So it's kind of like they do. He's about to. Wolverine gets him into the hole right when the bomb goes off. And yeah. Well, but when this was done, Wolverine was really crept up. It was kind of like his all burnt ball. Oh my gosh. So it's kind of yeah. And he goes back. So then years later, but before I get into that, I'm sorry, I'm watching Family Guy right now. If you can hear Lois and Peter. So it's kind of like I was wondering. It's kind of like where's Sabretooth? Because him, and Wolverine both in World War II together. It's really confusing. Also, the X-Men movies are really confusing. This is kind of like X-Men Origin. It's like X-Men Origins Wolverine. Goes like X-Men 1, X-Men 2, X-Men 3, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, X-Men First Class, the Wolverine. Come on, dude, do them a freaking order for crying out loud. Make more sense. Come on. It's freaking confusing, dude. So, I was just kind of like, eh. So, I'm trying to figure that out. So, as I was saying, now the guy who Wolverine saved wanted to help save him. Wanted to make him immortal. Viper, who was his nurse, took away his powers and put a little insect to him. So it's kind of like later in the movie, this girl, redhead Chinese girl who looks pretty pretty, can tell the future, and she predicted that he died with his heart in his hand. Well, she predicted that it was in the room where the guy who died is, or as he never mind. It's really confusing. So and I'm just kind of like, eh. Sorry, I'm really tired. I went school shopping today. Oh, gosh. When school starts, you won't be seeing much of me. So, back on topic. Wolverine gets Parasite out. He kills Wolverine. She kills Michael's dad. And then it goes blah, blah, blah. So then it goes to this little mansion area, and Silver Samurai's there, and he's the old man. Yeah. And a Viper gets hung, or Viper's neck gets snapped, and blah blah blah. But here comes the kick. At the end of the first credits, there's a hint to next X-Men, and it is about. So Wolverine's going. He's sent for some and I think they produce Sentinels because I read the page for the next X-Men movie. So it's kind of like yeah. So it's kind of he's on everything starts shaking all metal, and then he turns around and Magneto's behind him, and then everybody freezes and then Charles rolls up. Yeah. So yeah. I will do an episode on the new X-Men coming out, on ideas and junk. So, see you next time. Good night. Chocolates. And, I got nothing. Get lost.